The value of designing literacy development activities that teach monolingual and multilingual children literacy and language skills is to help students make connections between the words they see written down and how the words sound, all while introducing different forms of languages together. ABC activities are a great example of how teachers and families can bridge English, sign language, and other languages together. Using the letter A as an example, incorporating sign language by signing the letter A to introduce children to what letter is being focused on, asking students what word starts with the letter A. This will prompt them to say apple, perhaps. Having their child or student who are multilingual translate the English version of the word into their language. For Spanish, this word apple would be translated into
manzana, manzana, manzana.
This will help bridge English, sign language, and Spanish together, for instance. A way to get children interested in reading beforehand is to ask students, for instance, I would ask students to raise their hand if they have ever seen an episode of Blue's Clues before. This would engage the students, and I would call on the students who have seen it to explain to the rest of the class whose Blue's Clues is and what type of adventures Blue's Clues goes on. This will help the students get interested in the reading before, because it introduces them to the subject beforehand. Asking questions before and after the storytelling helps support children's literacy development because it engages them in thought, working on their listening and comprehension development. For instance, so Blue's Clues ABC is the book that I picked to help support young children, multilingual and monolingual children. So Blue's Clues ABCs. Blue and her friends are glad you came. They're ready to play an alphabet game. Will you play along and help them see things that start with each letter from A to Z? In Blue's backyard is an apple tree. Blue picks some apples. 1, 2, 3. Aloe, aloe, Miss Pepper cries. I'll put those in my apple pies. Taking moments to pause throughout the book, such as apple, having your monolingual and multilingual students translate the word they had just heard, apple, beforehand, having them repeat it. Baby Bear calls, Blue, come and look at the pictures in my big beep book. There are birds, a boat, and bubbles too. I see a bumblebee, says Blue. Asking the students maybe different type of birds they see, big ones, small ones, blue ones, black ones, white ones, yellow ones, a bunch of different types of birds that they might see, and asking them if they ever blew bubbles before, if they like popping bubbles, and then asking them the sounds that they hear from birds and boat and bubbles. Cookies, chocolates, and yummy cupcakes are some of the goodies Mr. Salt makes. Blue colors with crayons in a coloring book. Then she sips with cocoa in the breakfast nook. Asking students the different words they heard that starts with the letter C. So cookies, chocolates, cupcakes, colors, crayons, coloring, and cocoa. Colors and coloring would be a good one for students to see how the word is the same but different. Colors, it just has an S. Coloring adds an ing, taking one form of word and translating it and having it in different forms, such as colors. Coloring, colored could be another one as well. Shovel likes to dig sand down deep. Pail piles it up in a great big heap. They make a dragon, a deer, and a duck, then dump the rest in a red dump truck. Another way to support children's phonetic and development is by using words found in the book that sound similar and creating new activities that will also help with literacy development. For example, the words duck and truck, having the same U sound, having the students sound out duck and truck will help them make the connections on how the words are similar and different. Asking the students what other words have the same U sound that they hear in the word duck and truck. So you asking the students to find other words that rhyme with that. That way they can help make those connections that those are the same U sound. Building upon alphabetic connections, asking students what other sounds they hear in duck and truck. So for duck, for instance, duh, and then k. And then with truck, the t, and then uck. Engaging them in connecting sound with print. Having the students draw a picture of a duck for the letter D and a truck for the letter T, as well as writing a sentence about what a duck might do or where a truck might go and what a truck might carry or transport. And